Stealing like an artist will be the most potent and powerful concept that you learn on your creative journey as an editor. If you haven't read the book Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon, then I highly recommend picking it up. I'll be explaining some of the concepts in the book and some of my additional thoughts on it. So, steal like an artist. Why is this important? Well, this is what's going to allow you to learn a style very quickly, like literally 10 times quicker than people who don't know about this concept. It's going to help you come up with ideas, designs, and visuals that work. Have you ever thought to yourself, how does this one YouTuber, influencer, or just creative person come up with this unique look that just seems like it came out of thin air? The secret is that it's not unique at all. We'll talk about it later in this video. So stealing like an artist, you can also apply this concept to any aspect of your life, not just video editing. This is one of the most powerful concepts that I've learned that boosts my creativity, my business, and my life. Now, as an editor wanting to learn how to become a great visualizer, so how do you learn a design or style in the quickest way possible? Answer, you imitate or copy the design. You get your hands on a good example of what you want to create, and then you copy it pixel by pixel, or as close as possible as you can. This is how I learned many different skills like motion graphics, design, lighting, animation, video editing. And like I said, it even helped me out with my business and growing it. Why does imitating and copying work extremely well? Because you focus on learning the skill and not trying to create something new simultaneously. To put this more in perspective, if I'm creating a design in the same aesthetic here, but if I'm trying to apply that same aesthetic or style to a unique idea, then my result will never end up looking right or capturing that aesthetic or style that I wanted to implement in the first place. This is because I haven't taken the necessary steps to determine what exactly went into the original artwork first. Suppose I had copied the design first. My brain would then be trained on what colors to use, assets to pick, how to properly position the assets, and overlays added. Then, after you copy, and only after you actually copy, you can apply that aesthetic to your unique idea. Another example is, if I wanted to learn how to build a really great house really quickly, I just wouldn't create this new house design and go right into making it. The best thing to do is literally copy the design and blueprints from a house that was already made. This way you can learn how to do the foundation, framing, roof, and everything that goes into the house correctly, instead of just coming up with a unique house design right off the bat and potentially screwing it up. So once you do copy that first house that actually works, then you could take that knowledge of knowing how to build a great house that is structurally sound and expand upon that to create your own unique house, because you learn the basic skills of what needs to go into a house that's already been made before. You're not just trying to figure things out on your own. And chances are your unique house design will come out a whole lot better. So, stealing, imitating, and copying is the fastest way to increase your skill level. Now you might be asking, isn't stealing unethical or even illegal in some cases? While yes, it can be, and it is to a certain extent, but that's only if you blatantly rip someone off and try to profit off of that. If I try to copy the Mona Lisa and sell that painting, well then I'm gonna get chastised by the public for copying the Mona Lisa and trying to profit off of that. But if I copied the Mona Lisa to acquire the skills of knowing how to make a painting in that style and kept it private, well then that's totally fine. Then I can take my knowledge of knowing how to do that particular style, which is Italian Renaissance, and applying that to a completely new portrait. This is where in the book Steal Like an Artist, the author talks about good theft and bad theft. And he says transformation is the best way to steal. It's where you take something to expand upon it or use it as a building block to further things. This is where transforming versus imitating comes in. Imitating is bad theft. Now let me be clear. Imitation is excellent for learning a skill very quickly. But like I said, you don't want to share your imitation with the world and try to profit off of it. Transforming is good theft. And it's the easiest way to not be an imitator in public. To be a great transformer, it's not to steal from one person, but to steal from dozens. Most people think that these high-level YouTubers, artists, or business people come up with these unique ideas totally on their own. But the truth is, they don't. They steal the best ideas and implement it into their own unique thing. Jimi Hendrix is seen as this crazy, talented person who can play the guitar and blow everybody's minds with things they've never heard before. But if you dig into his background, you find out that he's taking in every blues record. He's also spent years and years playing and learning with all these different musicians. And what looks like total originality is just a mashup of all these influences into his work. The way towards originality is borrowing all these original ideas and mashing it up into your own thing. Another example is Casey Neistat, the godfather of YouTube. Looking at his videos, you can tell he has a unique style of filming and storytelling. But if you dive into his world, you'll know that Casey used to work for an artist called Tom Sachs. Then if you look at Tom Sachs' YouTube videos and his artwork, you suddenly realize that Casey Neistat's style is not unique. He was completely inspired by Tom Sachs. Then if you go down the pipeline even further, Casey worked with other editors like Max Joseph and Oscar Boyson. You realize that Casey's genius in his vlogs just wasn't randomly developed by an entirely unique thought that he had. His vlogs were all inspired by his environment, where he literally took the style of art and editing from his peers and combined it into his own thing, which is his vlogs. If you swim upstream and become a student of design, style, aesthetics, you start to notice where your favorite creator was inspired from. Finding that family tree where your favorite creator is attached to will allow you to dive deeper and develop a style of your own. Alright, so stealing like an artist is a powerful concept that can elevate your style and skill very quickly. But how do we apply this to video editing and animation? In later videos, I'll dive deeper into applying this concept to help you learn the editing that my team and I do. But for now, internalize this concept and start to really understand the power of it. Later in the workflow module, we'll be recreating some visuals and I'll show you how to ethically steal other people's styles to make your own unique thing out of it. So with that, I'll see you in the next video.